Hello everyone, welcome to logiFunda. Today we have a very interesting English grammar exercise when to use is and are. Okay, so before jumping into this entire exercise, I think it's important to understand when to use is and when to use are. So what do you think when to use is? So is generally used when you have a singular noun or pronoun. When is this are used? Are is used when you have plural noun or pronoun. Okay, so is used when you have a singular noun and are is used when you have a plural noun. So let's take an example here. They blank playing football. So they is what? They is a plural noun. So what we use here? They are. Okay. This dash is a good book, right? So we are talking about single book, right? So we'll be using this is. Okay. Next example is the cat blank sleeping. So the cat is a singular noun. So we'll be using is here. The cat is sleeping. Now another example you have you blank my best friend. So you always use are with you when you have singular. I'll explain you the rule later on. Now you have another example here. He blank a talented musician. Now he is what? Is a singular noun. So you'll be using he is a talented musician. Now next example here we have we blank are we blank ready for the test. Okay. So we is what? We is your plural noun. So we are using we are ready for the test. Next, where does your phone? Okay, so we are talking about single phone here. So where is your phone? Now, next example we have, next exercise we have economics blank and interesting subject. So what do you think? Economics is a singular or a plural noun here, right? So what will be using? Whether we'll be using is or are. So let's understand various cases here. So first case we have when subjects that sound plural but are singular. Okay, there are some nouns look plural but represent a very single entity, right? In these cases we use is. For example, the news. Let's say the news dash shocking. So what are we using here? The news, it sounds plural, but this is a singular. So we will be using the news is shocking. For example, mathematics. What will you use after mathematics? Let's say if I say mathematics dash difficult. Okay, so mathematics is difficult. So we have example here, economics dash an interesting subject. So we're using in economics is an interesting subject. Okay, next example we have the team dash arguing among themselves. Okay, so what do you think? The team is a singular noun or a plural noun? So another rule that you need to understand here is a concept of collective nouns. Okay, what are collective nouns? So these collective nouns such as team, group, family, they always take is or are. It depends on whether you treat them as a single unit or an individual unit. So let's say if I say the team dash winning the game. Okay, and another example if we have the team dash arguing among themselves. Okay, so here what will treat as a single unit because the team is a collective noun. Okay, so we'll say the team is winning a game. Now when you say the team blank arguing among themselves, so here we are talking about the single units or individuals. So themselves, they are arguing among themselves. So here we'll be using are. Okay. Next example we have this information dash valuable. Okay. So what do you think? Will we using is or are here? So another funda that you need to understand is of a uncountable nouns. Okay, what are these uncountable nouns? So these uncountable nouns like water, furniture, information. Okay, we always treat them as a singular and will always use is in such case. Okay, so let's say the furniture is very old. Okay, here we have example here, this information is valuable. Okay, next we have you dash very kind. Okay, so let's understand when you have you, what do you do? So you always takes are. Okay, even if we are referring to a singular noun. Okay, so you, let's say we have example, you are my best friend. Now you are very kind. Okay, next there are some examples like there. So when we have phrases like there, what do we do? So the verb agrees with the nouns after there. It depends on what is the verb, what is the noun after that. Okay, so in the case of there, so if we take the first example, so there dash a book. Okay, in this case their books. So this is a singular noun. So we need to look at a noun after that. Okay, so this is a singular noun and this is a plural noun. So here we'll be using there is a book, and then in second case we'll be using are. There are books on the table. Okay, so far so good. Now let's talk about a couple of more examples and then we'll finish. So another example is the cat and the dog dash playing together. So this is another case of compound subjects joined by and. Okay, so if two singular nouns are joined by and, we always use are. You need to remember this. If the compound subject refers to a same, then we use is. Okay, so here we have an example, the cat and the dog dash playing together. So what will we use here? We'll use are. Okay, let's say if I give you another example, peanut butter and jelly dash my favorite sandwich. Okay, so what did I teach you here? So if the compound subject refers to the same thing, then we use is. Okay, so peanut butter and jelly, this refers to the same thing, so we'll use here is. In case of this example, we used are. The cat and the dog are playing together. Okay, now move on to the next problem. The United Nations dash holding a meeting. Okay, so you need to understand this also. Let's say we have a title of books, we have name of some movie, we have name of some organization or country. Okay, even if this title looks plural to you, but we always treat them as a singular and we always use is. Okay, so in this case, the United States dash holding a meeting, so we use the United States nations is holding a meeting. Okay, next we have 50% of work dash complete. Okay, another example, we have 50% of the people dash present. Okay, so in case of percentage and fractions, okay, so the verbs depends on the noun following the fractions or the percentage. Okay, so what is here? Work is what? Singular or plural? This is singular. What is people here? So people is we treat as plural, so this is plural. So in this case, we'll be using 50% of the work is complete. In the second case, 50% of the people are present. Okay, now we have a last problem with the crowd blank cheering loudly. Okay, so what is this crowd? Crowd looks plural to you, but we always treat them as a single group. Okay, so that group is cheering loudly. So you need to remember all these 8 or 10 rules that I have explained you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon with the next video. Thank you so much.